Okay, everybody, I thought I would put a little demonstration on of how to rough out a shape in 3D. This is 3D Studio Max. It's a very powerful program. It's used all the time um, to do special effects. So I'm going to do this in two different ways. I'm going to make it with a cross section and then use what are called toruses to fill in the shape, and then a regular cross shape with all of the detail. So here I am just kind of making the detail and or making the shape and then setting the distance for the pivot point, because I'm going to rotate it around the pivot point and copy the line several times, or in 3D I'm going to lathe it. So this is the lathe command. So now you can see in just almost one fell swoop I made the outside of the motor without, of course, the cooling tubes which surround the motor. Now I'm going to create some toruses, which are the inlet or the flow line for the cooling and the fuel. The fuel is the cooling of the engine. One of the components of the fuel is a cooling for the engine. And I'll copy and paste this torus another 8 or 9 times to finish out the shape. So these are just the automated processes that you get with most 3D programs, and this is just what you do to get a presentation ready for someone when you don't have time. When I made these for the Titan, this took a lot longer. This took hours compared to what is going to be just a few minutes here. Like I said, this just roughs it out. And you can see when you make it against the photograph, as I did, it automatically sets a scale. Now, when you start making measurements, you may find some distortion because photographs will do that. But because everything is scaled to the photograph, simply by expanding or contracting the model to the actual dimensions from the blueprint, you get a very, very close approximation of what it is that you were looking at. So, as you can see, it didn't take much time at all to make the motor itself, and it's kind of jagged. So I'm going to make this one whole group of objects, and then I'm going to use a feature called smooth, and what it will do is exactly what its name entails. It's going to smooth out the object. So this was one way, and it took a couple of minutes. Another way is to meticulously make the cross section with all of the ridges or anything else that you want. Again, I made this one very sloppy for the sake of time. If I were doing this for real, just this particular part, I would obsess about to make sure everything is correct. But this is just a demonstration. So the pivot point is already put in there, and just simply by lathing it now, you'll see it'll be a copy. It'll look a little like the other one. It won't look exactly, because I did not follow the exact lines. It's, again, I'm just doing this as a quick demonstration to show the workflow of 3D, and we'll add the smooth to this one too. So there you go, in 3 minutes, approximations for the bells of the engines for the Titan rocket. These are the kind of things, again, that normally take many, many hours, and you get much more detail. But these two parts are now printable.